Perfect show for the perfect person that I am. I am the hottest, baddest, sexiest man on cable access TV. And do you know why? Because I get a lot of these. That's what happens when I finish with them. And that's what happens when I finish. But they don't joke like that. They also, for the people that are terrible on this show, they get one of these. Like poor jealous Jamie. But, you know, ladies and gentlemen, I have here, let me see. Well, one of these days I'm going to get it right. Oh, there it is. Clap. Hey, you forgot the clap, ladies and gentlemen. The hottest, baddest, sexiest man on cable access TV. For a very long time, I have not been here. It's because I have been selling my body for prosperity, and I'm hungry, and I got to pay bills. So I am here today in front of you, lovely ladies and gentlemen out there, and boys and girls of all ages. And if you're a boy and girl, and you should not be listening to this show, because this is more of an adult show, even though I do have a bunch of babies sometimes. But on my left is the fabulous, the wonderful, the death beater of all times, Miss Independent Wrestling Highlights herself, the director, the producer, and the woman that picked me as the greatest announcer of all times, besides Jamie Hickson, is Rossana Robertson. Is that correct, Rossana Robertson?
Most of it is.
Okay. And on my right, oh God, I forgot your name.
Shame on you.
Oh, these tiny damn bubbles. No, actually, your name is Mayah Burke.
Yes.
Okay, there you go, Mayah Burke. So let's hear it, for God's sakes. There are people out here. You're getting as much clap as I did. As long as you don't get the clap. I mean, you get clapped, and then, you know. But, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have two fantastic, wonderful singers. And you're going to see a lot of interesting things today. Whether this be my first or my last, I don't know yet, because I don't know how much people want me. I know the women want me. That's how I get paid. But that's besides the point. So, Rossana Robertson.
Yes, sir.
You have been with me for a very long time.
Yes,
We've known each other for a very long time. What was it about me that you saw greatness when I'm hosting your show? And what is it about Jamie that you did not see greatness, but out of pity you did?
So see greatness in both of you. You guys have got an amazing chemistry. The only time I see that chemistry crack me up beyond repair is when you guys talk about the Knicks, because I didn't know that a human vein could come out to here till Jamie would talk about the Knicks. Or should I say shout about them?
Well, let's not talk about Jamie, because he's not here to defend himself, and I'm sure, and I'm
Jamie
sure
is
he's
fantastic.
and I'm sure he's a bundle of information. Don't
Yes,
get me wrong.
and
He's fiancetized, so that's it. He's on lockdown, you know. But you know, you're right. He is jealous Jamie. That's why. But when we talk about the Knicks, he just blows off. But anyway. And you, madam, I mean, we've known each other for a couple of hours. And, you know, it's been a delight talking to you. How have you liked the presentation of this show so far?
I think it's wonderful. I think it's very lighthearted and comedic, and I love it. And it's not high pressure. I don't feel like, I don't feel like nervous. I feel very comfortable. It's very nice.
You don't feel my presence, the aroma of oozy
Oh, of course.
sexiness.
Absolutely.
Jamie, eat your heart out. And I didn't pay
Too
her
many
either.
pheromones in that perfume.
Yeah, exactly. That's right. I don't care. Spanish fly, I'll stick it in anywhere. But anyway, so today you're doing something special. Today you're going out of your comfort zone,
Oh, yeah.
right? And you both sang in chorus together, correct?
Yes, we did.
Now,
This young lady has the voice of a bell.
yeah.
You know the word nightingale?
Yes.
That's her.
I
She
know
has
Florence.
She has an amazing voice.
I know a
Thank
couple of
you.
And it
Florences.
was a privilege. She practically mentored me because we're both altos.
Stop.
It's true.
Really? Yeah, exactly.
She sat next to me, and I had to pick up on what I had to sing because we're both altos.
Yeah, both
By
of them.
listening to her, hearing her was making sure that I was on the right note.
Right.
And I was so grateful. And she just has the most beautiful voice.
Okay, now, can you boost her confidence, please?
Yes, you undermine yourself so much as if you can't sing. Like, you're amazing too. Otherwise, you wouldn't be in
sweet.
choir.
Why
You
the
know
hell
that
would you?
you're
Wait a minute. Wait a
great.
minute. Why would she be on my show? Wait a minute.
Right, exactly.
Why would you be on
Pity.
my pity? Well, I've had pity sex too, but
Oh,
that,
jeez.
Oh, my
that I have had to do that for people. But once in a while, hey, you got to give in. All right, but again, you're going out of your comfort zone,
Mm-hmm.
and you guys were in choir. You could actually say that you sang at school, right?
Mhm.
And how many people can say you sang at Carnegie Hall and knocked it out of the park?
We did.
Right?
We got a
You
standing ovation.
You got a
Yeah.
standing O. You guys were the best ones. I'm telling you flat out.
Thank
You
you.
guys were the
Thanks.
best ones, So I got to give you your dues. Now, if I was there, it could have been a little better. But, I'm not going to toot my horn because I
Not
don't
much.
like that. I'm a humble man. I'm a generous man. I like to give as well as receive. Oh, boy, do I like to receive. But I like to give as well. And, ladies and gentlemen, we have to. Am I doing the mic thing right?
I believe you are.
Am I following? Because
yes,
normally
because
I
you
get this
need
and
you need to follow with the mic because if you don't, people won't hear you.
Because hot stormy weather. I'm going to say it right. But so at what point? What made you go into chorus?
I've always loved singing. My mother wanted me to be an operatic soprano singer, and that was just not me. I couldn't sing the soprano. Loved the opera, couldn't sing the soprano. So I would get on her nerves, and I would sing, and I guess it would be like a baritone. I'd start going recita, mente represa. And my mother would go, "Why are you singing like a guy? Stop doing that!"
Hell,
And I'd say, "I can't hit those notes, Mom."
And you, what made you go into chorus?
I've always been singing since I was in like elementary school.
Mm-hmm.
I had amazing chorus teachers, amazing music teachers, and they just saw that I could sing, and they honed me. And I don't know, I've always loved music.
And do you guys want to follow? Do you feel that you have a future in singing? Do
I
anything?
actually want to be an attorney, but if I saw my path, if I had the opportunity and my path took me that way, I would probably go that way.
You can be a singing attorney, like
Hey,
in
why
Chicago.
not?
Do the razzle dazzle.
Give him the old
Razzle
razzle.
That's what I do here.
razzle,
Boy,
dazzle.
my feet hurt. But and how about yourself? Do you see yourself going forward with singing? Or?
I think absolutely, yeah. One of my biggest things is I really want to be on Broadway, so I think that would be the perfect
yeah.
job.
Now, do you think you have a Broadway voice? Because you know how they sing in Broadway, and sometimes you have an R&B voice.
Mm.
You have your Broadway voice. Good Lord, can I say Wait a minute. Okay, Broadway. God, that felt good. you sing different when it comes to Broadway.
Mm-hmm.
So, and you want to sing what? You got mostly a jazz voice.
I've got an old jazz
you
voice.
got an old
Mhm.
soul.
Yeah.
You have an old soul. You have
do.
a new soul in you because it's good. It's always good to combine music, and it's always good to have different voices.
And to experiment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
To
experiment.
like you said, go out of your comfort zone.
Yeah, exactly. Like me today. I'm surprised I'm doing this. I'm going out of my comfort zone, and look what I am. I feel sandwiched right now. Boy, this brings back memories of. Anyway, I'm glad you guys are laughing. You should be clapping, for God's sakes. Anyway. Oh, God. This is only funny to the people that's here. But, so you see, now, have you gone on auditions?
Yeah, I've gone on a couple of auditions just to get into different schools. And I got into a lot of them, but CSI is more practical to be there, so I'm there. But definitely this summer and when I have free time during school,
Yeah.
I'm going to definitely be going on a bunch of auditions just to try to get into stuff so I can.
Now, I'd like to know, what does an audition feel like, and what do they say to you? Do they say, okay, you gotta sing certain songs, or do you come up with your own songs?
Well, some auditions, usually they tell you, like, they want you to sing, like, they'll either give you a list of stuff that then pick something from the list, or they'll say, sing something that's, like, modern Broadway, or sing something that's, like, classic Broadway. Or sing, they'll usually give you like a time restraint, so they'll be like, sing 32 bars or sing 16 bars or something like that, so they can see what you can do. And then it's basically mostly based off of the auditioners. It's their auditioner's job to be able to choose a song that best showcases what they feel is the best quality in their own voice.
Okay, here's what I want you to do, and I want you to do this too, okay?
Okay, that's
Okay, and this is for the audience to help out, okay?
I'm afraid.
Me too, a little bit.
Don't be, I'm here.
Now I'm
I'll only hurt you if you want me to. But here's the deal. Sing one line of a song. Just one line of any song.
All of you loves all of me. Love your curves and all your edges.
Oh, thank you. I love my curves.
All your perfect imperfections.
Oh, I it. Well, anyway. Now, how about you? Go ahead, sing a bar or two.
I know I'm having trouble coming up.
No, don't worry. Don't worry about it. Because if you go on auditions, sing what they should give you on auditions. Just one or two bars. That's it. Because I'm gonna. There's a reason for this.
Okay. Tomorrow, I love ya. Tomorrow, you're only a day away.
Okay.
Wow,
Okay.
that's
Was that good? Yeah. Well, for God's sakes, clap if it was good. Okay. Now, thank you, Guy. Now, here's where the contest begins.
Oh, I knew it.
Because now I'm going to sing. And if I don't win, you guys leave. Okay. But there's no pressure on you guys. Okay. Now, you guys are going to tell me if I do this right or not, right? Okay? At least I see if I have a pitch. Tiny bubbles in the wine makes me feel happy, makes me feel fine. Now,
That was nice.
now tell me. I'm going to put the hand. Okay, is it Rossana Robertson? Is it Mayah? Okay, remember what I said. Is it me?
Oh my God.
Thank you. Thank you. You all haters. You all haters. You all haters. Thank you. But So did I carry a good tune or not?
It was
Actually,
wonderful.
yes.
See, I actually carry a pretty good tune. So you know what? Rosanna Robertson is going to knock it out the park first. But before we do that, we have a video coming up. And then we're going to see Rosanna Robertson knock it out the park. So, without further ado, let's kill it with the video.
I'm not actually that mad. Our blood is not that bad, but it pays to exaggerate these petty high school feuds. You remember that one time you caught in the lunch line? No, well, neither do I, but I need to be pissed at you. I'm merciless, but on the surface I act so demure. Time to admit I'm a pop music Cersei Lannister. Screw Katy Perry, I was barely ever friends with her. Got a pot that I love to stir. Oh, I don't think about you. That's why I wrote this tune and made an epic video to show you I'm aloof. All of the things I do are calculated moves. That's why I'll never, ever, ever date non-famous dudes. You stole dancers from me who were yours originally. I wrote songs when I was 15 that had more maturity
than this.
It's hard to keep a straight face when I say I don't love drama. Don't touch my ass, cause I'll sue your ass and I'll take your dollar. Oh yeah, you made this bitch famous, or so you claim. Don't know what you made, but I made you insane. When I ask for a Diet Coke, I want it with a lime. And don't make eye contact with me or you could lose an eye. I got my bitch pants on and I must say they fit me fine. Piss me off, cause I need more rhymes. Ooh, my new assistant June, you would think she was 2. Last week this dipshit brought me miso soup without a spoon. I'm just playing with you, your crying face is ill. Wipe off that snot before it drips on my new Jimmy Choos. Why did my assistant try to sabotage me? Unless she's secretly working for Katie. My shit list has gotten longer than War and Peace. My friend list is a post-it note that says me. Who would like to join me for an after-shoot drink?
Ooh, my grandma died.
I need 12 hours of sleep.
You have all inspired my upcoming LP.
Really?
It's about every piece of shit that crossed me.
I'm sorry. The old Taylor can't crumb to the... Oh, shoot. I'm sorry. The phone Taylor can't crumb to the... Oh, why do we keep saying crumb? Third time's a charm. I'm sorry. The old Taylor can't
Excuse
come
me,
to
I
the...
got a delivery for a Taylor Swift.
Ah!
Look what you made me do!
Crap, well now I'm all alone. Who will pick up the phone and help me choose my next target to musically bemoan? My writing partner fled, I'll steal from Right Said Fred. I'll bet those one-hit wonders aren't too sexy for a check.
And ladies and gentlemen, how you doing once again? As I said before, we have up next the one, the only, Rosanna Robertson. So let's hear it for Rosanna Robertson.
No one to walk with, all by myself. No one to talk with, but I'm happy on the shelf. Ain't misbehaving, I'm saving my love for you. And you, and maybe you. You know I'm certain the one I love. I'm through with flirting, it's you that I'm thinking of. Ain't misbehaving, I'm saving my love for you. Whoa, like Jack Horner in the corner, don't go nowhere. What do I care? Your kisses are worth waiting for. You better believe it. I don't stay out late, nowhere to go. I'm home about it, just me and my radio. Ain't misbehaving, I'm saving my love for you. Whoa, like Jack Horner in the corner, don't go nowhere, what do I care? Your kisses are worth waiting for. You better believe it, I don't stay out late, nowhere to go. I'm home about it, just me and my radio. Hey, misbehaving, I'm saving my love for you. I said I am misbehaving, I'm saving my love for you. Oh yeah. Don't know why there's no sun up in the sky. Stormy weather since my man and I ain't together. Keeps raining all the time, the time. Life is bare, gloom and misery everywhere, stormy weather. Just can't get my poor self together. I'm weary all the time, the time. When he went away, the blues walked in and met me. And if he stays away, oh, rocking chair will get me. All I do is pray the Lord above will let me walk in the sun once more. Can't go on, everything I had is gone. Stormy weather since my man and I ain't together. Keeps raining all the time. Keeps raining all the time. Keeps raining all the time. Ooh, yeah.
Listen, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. It was a great song. Let's hear it for Rossana Robertson one more time. Yay! All right, next up, we have a short video coming up, so let's go to the video clip. gentlemen. A little oomph, for God's sakes, with all the millions of people here. The millions and millions of people that are here today and that are watching. And you know, CTV is lucky to bloody have me. Do you know why? Because I bring in the people. Because they lose so many people here. It's like Alka-Seltzer when it dissolves. That's how fast they're losing people here. But for some reason I stay because I'm crazy. But we have next another lovely young lady. Who you seen in the chorus besides Miss Rossana Robertson? Rossana, would
It's phenomenal.
would you like to introduce her?
Yes, I am pleased to announce that this is the great and soon to
Great.
be even greater
Raider.
Mayah Burke.
Because she's on my show.
I want to hear this lady sing.
Okay. So let's hear her sing.
Love me. I don't need you to love. I've got my sister. I can feel her now. She may not be here, but she's still mine, I know. She still loves me. got my children. I can hold them now. They may not be here, but they're still mine, and I know they know I still love them. Got my house, it still keeps the cold out. Got my chair where my body can hold out. Got my hands doing good like they're supposed to. Showing my heart to the folks that I'm close to. Got my eyes, though they don't see as far now. They see more about how things really are now. I'm gonna take a deep breath. Gonna hold my head up. Gonna put my shoulders back and look you straight in the eye. Gonna flirt with somebody when they walk by. I'm gonna sing out, sing out. I believe I have inside of me everything that I need to live a bountiful life. And all the love alive in me, I will stand as tall as the tallest tree. 'Cause I'm thankful for every day that I'm given, both the easy and hard ones I'm living. But most of all, I'm thankful for loving who I really am. I'm beautiful. Yes, I'm beautiful. And I'm here. Thank you.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, how did you like that? Did you like it? God. That's how you're supposed to clap. Yes. You know what? Let's go to the video and we'll talk again and whatever else comes next. So let's go to the video. Hello, everybody. This is Hector Bosa from the Hardest Bad 60th Man on Cable Access TV from the Home Invaders variety show. I have this gentleman here who sang at CSI Chorus. Sir, what is your name?
My name is Matthew Whitesman.
And how long have you been singing?
I've been singing since I was about 8 years old.
And what is your curriculum at CSI?
My curriculum, I am a music major. I have a few days left and then I graduate.
And what can you do with your major?
With my major, you could do so much. I plan on going to grad school, become a teacher in this sort of, in music.
And how did you enjoy your professors when they taught you singing? And what is the curriculum on how they go about to get your degree?
They really go through like the whole procedure, figuring out like how to like show phrases, how to use proper technique, other abilities, even writing music. That's probably the best part, is that I learned how to write music in this time.
Well, you know, did you enjoy your performance at CSI?
Oh, absolutely. It was a blast.
And you're going to do other performances as well, right?
Yes. Oh, of course.
And hopefully you'll be a conductor soon.
For sure. That is my ultimate goal.
Well, nice to meet you, sir. Thank you very much for coming on the show. Thank you for the interview. And we're back, and it's great how we have these jump cuts, but that's okay. Why am I sounding like Bill Cosby?
Because you've lost your mind.
But you know what? Let me ask you, what made you pick those? What made you pick those two songs? You know?
I don't know. I've always been attracted to things of that from that time period, like Billie Holiday. But I don't know. I guess it's because I grew up listening to. No, I'm not that old, but. My mother loved playing stuff like that. She loved playing Sinatra. She loved playing Light FM. So I heard, what was it? I can't even remember the name of the station, but they played nothing but soft music.
101.9 FM. That was one of them.
Well, that was jazz.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about RFM. That was a WRFM when I was a kid.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm younger than that.
Stuff like the association, cherish is the word
You're talking to the
I
wrong
use
person.
to describe.
Wrong person.
You're only a few years younger than me. Don't play it off.
I'll play anything off. I don't care.
But yeah, that's how I got into it. It's basically what I grew up listening to. I didn't start getting into rock and stuff because I came from a very Christian household, and my mother didn't like me listening to. But my mother just didn't like me listening to what she called worldly music.
Devil's music.
There you go. So I listened to. She considered this kind of stuff acceptable. So I listened to this, the Carpenters, things like that, and I found myself singing along. And I could play by ear when I was about 3. She got me a little baby piano, so I would play the little notes and sing along with it since I was a little kid. But it was. I just never felt I had the talent to try to pursue it. So I do it for fun. I say I'm a professional karaoke singer.
And what about you? What made you pick those songs?
Well, I always loved Annie. This is my all-time favorite show, all-time favorite movie, anything. Only the 1982 version, though, because any other rendition of Annie, I hate it. It's terrible.
Okay.
But
why?
It's just it doesn't have Carol Burnett. Like, why could you? How
Yeah.
could you try
Okay.
Okay. But I just literally love Annie so much. It's something that I used to go over to my grandmother's house, and I used to watch that over and over and over again. I know all the songs, I know all the words. I could recite the whole movie just off the top of my head. Like, I love that movie so much. And then The Color Purple was one of the first shows that I actually saw on Broadway, that I actually went to. And I remember when that song was playing, when they were performing it, I cried. They could feel it so immensely in my soul. That this was something that I need to be doing. That this is something that I have to eventually get on stage on Broadway and do that and sing that song. And so any opportunity that I get to sing it, I will always make that one of the songs that I'm singing, because it's just phenomenal, and I love it so much.
And I have to say, you knocked it out the park.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, so did I. Thank you. Didn't I knock it out the park, ladies and gentlemen? By having these two people on. You're sure telling me a hell of a lot the way you guys are clapping. Good God. But, I knocked it out the park because, hell, I'm me. But, and the third song that you're going to sing, and which is that? What song is that?
It's called Breathe from In the Heights. And I love that song because that's one of the songs that I used when I was auditioning for going to college. And I love that song because I feel like the message and the words that she sings I relate to very well. She talks about how she lives in a not so great neighborhood, and she went to college so she can kind of get out of that situation and try to better herself and try to better her life, and that her parents are very they really want her to succeed, and they support her no matter what she decides she wants to do, but they really do want her to be successful. And the whole neighborhood and the whole cast, and in that play, they all want her to be successful. And I feel like I have that kind of going on in my life. Everybody that I have been surrounded by supports me no matter what I do, but they just want me to see me happy and be successful. And I think that's just a very good character.
It's a good foundation.
Yeah,
it's a good foundation to have, because if you have these blockheads, these haters that are somewhat here today, and my co-host at times, right, Jen? my co-host that he's a hater. You know, I can hear Jamie in the background. That's I can't wait. You know.
You know,
Is he saying anything? Jamie, are you saying anything? I can see you back there. Oh, lovely gesture. Yes, thank you so much for that lovely
what
gesture.
The problem is they're like brothers.
You know,
that's what's wrong. They're like brothers, and like brothers, they fight.
Right, I'm the handsome one. You know, but thank you, Pat.
He's your shorter, younger twin.
Yes.
I mean, your taller, younger twin.
My short,
your taller,
yeah,
younger
he is
twin.
Short, okay. Ex-gen. You know, but, you know, any response to that?
Censored.
Any response to that, Jamie? Okay, thank you very much. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, if we had a camera in the back, you would see. You know what he's doing? He's doing this to me. He's doing, hey, okay, you're doing a hell of a job.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he's doing.
Yep,
That's why.
that's what
That's
he
why.
did,
That's
yes.
why he's supporting me. This is my support foundation. Like she was saying, you need a
Yes.
support foundation, damn it. Because if you don't have a support foundation, you're gonna break. You're gonna break like this. And the only time I can't go that deep. Well, yes, I can, but not.
Dear God.
Not in this form.
Yeah, I'm glad the show's on at 11.
Yes, exactly. You know, and I'm still clean. I'm still clean but dirty at the same time. Yeah. But you know.
What do bachelors have?
You know, Palm Sunday. But you know, this is going awfully great. This is going.
You've
incredible.
taken this in a whole new direction.
How have you liked being here so far? Since this is breaking the fourth wall. and
It's
everything
been
else,
wonderful. It's been incredible.
Yes. Okay. Thank you, Christine. You know what? We got about 3 minutes left before we go out, right? So I got about 4 minutes to blabber.
Yes,
Oh,
blabber
okay,
on.
So I can blabber on for 10 minutes more. Okay. So, I don't know what to talk about, but this is the first time you've actually been interviewed, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And this is about the 20th time.
I have no idea. I've lost count. I've been on your show so many times I don't know anymore.
But it's always in
and it's always something different.
It's always in different capacity.
It's always been something different.
Now, is there a question that you would say I don't want to answer?
That I don't want to answer?
If somebody asks you a question, you're just like, what was that?
No
what would be
comment.
that question that would
Yeah,
you say,
right? No comment.
No, I don't want to answer. No, I want to be alone. Okay.
I don't know. I feel like I'm a pretty open book, to be honest with you. I don't have anything that I don't. Why are you giving me that look though? Like I don't want you to ask anything crazy.
Oh, me?
Yes, you.
Ask something crazy on the Home Invaders variety show with the hottest, baddest, sexiest man on cable access TV?
I don't know how he says that so fast. Oh my Lord.
At least
Well,
I'm
it's on his shirt.
understandable. It's on my damn shirt. I mean, geez, if I can't say it, you could read it. I can't sign
I
language.
used to have
either.
to do it when I remember back in the old days when I used to announce you.
Yeah.
I would look at a shirt and go.
I had a couple of people announce me.
Yeah.
This is going to do. But let me ask you, if they gave you a talk show, right? What would be a question that you would ask Rossana?
Oh, cool. Okay.
Let's have you as a talk show now. This is your talk show. You got the dreamy-eyed guy next to you who you're gushing over, and you got a fantastic woman on that side. So go ahead.
See, he makes me feel guilty now.
I'm going to give you the opportunity to ask her a question and myself a question. If you don't want to, that's okay.
Okay.
Because I got a couple.
I would ask you, how did you get into this business and like what led up to this?
Well, first,
Like a pinnacle moment.
the pinnacle moment was when I had this girl, and she told me that I can use my tongue very quickly and I can talk very good.
Suddenly, I regret my question.
What? No, no.
answer honestly?
I am saying it honestly.
Okay.
Well, say it a little cleaner.
If
With
I
a
say it any
little
cleaner,
less
I'll be Mr. Clean, for
ambiguity.
God's sakes.
A little less sexual ambiguity.
Hey, listen.
Okay, so you knew someone
if you
who
minded-
said
wait a
that you were
minute.
very
if
good
your
at
mind is
speaking
in the bloody,
quickly.
dirty-minded gutter, that's not my fault. I'm talking to. She
Hey,
asked me a question.
Hey, I'm a full-blooded adult. I'm gonna think like
okay,
a
she asked
full-blooded
me a
adult.
question. I'm asking her. So I had this poor, beautiful woman. She says, I can talk and I have the gift of gab and have a good tongue to deal with. So, and then CTV needed me. You see, because CTV without me, they're boring.
Okay.
They're bloody
you
boring.
You do kick it up a notch.
And whether they hate me, whether management hates me or not, I can give two farts. And you know what? And that's the bloody truth. But that's okay, because I'm doing it on my show, not on nobody else's show. And if they got a problem with that, they could. Well, I got two words for you, but I'm not going to say it to them.
Bless you.
But yes,
Yeah.
bless you. But when you do something like this, you want to show your best foot forward, and you want to show a talent that you think you have. So people said, I have a talent. So this is my talent. I want to be able to show that there are talented people that need the chance to do it. So I figured, let me be that person to do it, because you don't get that many chances to begin with.
I think that's very noble.
So that's about it, and then thanks to that girl, because she was the one that kicked me off and then started selling my body afterwards.
Oh, dear God.
But is there...
So how much do you get for a kidney?
A lot more than what I get for everything else.
But
So you know what we have so we're gonna have one sing off. Is this the time where we have one sing off, or do we have 4 more minutes? Do we have 4 more minutes left before we have a sing off? We have 4 more minutes left before we sing off, right? Okay, I just want to know. Okay, now what would be your question for Rossana?
I would ask you, why did you feel like, why did you go to CSI, and what motivated you to go to the chorus, and what is your biggest takeaway from being there?
You know what CSI stands for, right?
College of
College
Stupid
of-
Idiots.
College of Stupid Idiots. Those are
I
colleges.
love
no,
my college
no,
of Staten
that was many
Island.
moons ago. Don't get
He's
offended.
talking about back in the 80s
that-
when
no,
they,
back
when there
in
was
the
a
60s,
sinkhole.
Back
Back
in
when
the
there were
60s,
sinkholes
that-
where the
that's what they used
buildings
to call it.
were.
They're not idiots. Trust me. They have a very good program. But go ahead.
Okay. Question was, okay,
Hurry
that
up.
was a whole lot of stuff. Okay, let me see if I can give it to me again real quick.
Okay.
'Cause
Why did you go to CSI?
Okay.
Why
I
did you
went-
join the chorus? And
Okay.
what did you take away from chorus?
Okay. I joined CSI. It was actually, I had wanted to go to school when I was in my teen, when I was your age. I wanted to go to school, and I started, and life got in the way, and I didn't know you had to officially withdraw, so I just stopped going, which bit me on the butt when I decided to go to CSI. What happened was my cousin had decided that he wanted to go back to school, and I said, well, he's here, and I had just gotten out of a bad situation domestically. And I was like, I have the time and the ability now. I've always loved learning. I love school. Let me find out about going back. And every step of the way there was an obstacle in my way, but I was like, no, I'm going to stay. I'm going to keep doing it. And at this point, I've actually got a pretty decent GPA, and I've gotten into the Verrazano honors. And I love chorus. And Marina was amazing, because you're supposed to audition to actually get in. And I sent her a letter saying, I want to set up an audition, but I can play violin. I know how to read music, but I can't sight read. But if I can hear it, I can play it. I can sing it. And she said, oh, well, if you know what you're doing, great. Just come on in and we'll work with it. And she's just been so supportive, because she knows I can't sight read, and she let me go with it. And I have to say, the camaraderie that I developed there was amazing. I love everyone. I think they're fantastic.
So, ladies and gentlemen, how did you like being your own show today? How did you enjoy?
I thought it was great. I think I'm going to become a talk show host now. I'm going to change a whole direction in my career path.
Good. As long as you don't beat me. Well, you can beat me, but not beat me. All right, so you know what? We got one more song to go. So will you sing us off?
Absolutely.
So sing us off. Let's clap it for everybody today, ladies and gentlemen. That's the way you're supposed to clap, damn it. All right, one more time. So I'd like to thank the following people: Guy Cormier, Christine Cervone, Jamie Hickson, David Marcus, and Pat and Jen, and what is his name? Yeah, what's his name? Daniel? Oh, Dano, thank you for coming. And Joan too. Thank you very much. Look how many people are clapping for you. So let's go. Let's go to Mayah.
This is my street. I smile at the faces I've known all my life. They regard me with pride, and everyone's sweet. They say you're going places. How can I say that while I was away, I had so much to hide? Hey guys, it's me, the biggest disappointment, you know. The kid couldn't hack it. She's back and she's walking real slow. Welcome home, just breathe. Just breathe. As the radio plays old forgotten boleros, I think of the days when this city was mine. I remember the praise, ay te adoro, te quiero. The neighborhood waved and said, Nina, be brave and you're gonna be fine. Well, maybe it's me, but it all seems like lifetimes ago. So what do I say to these faces that I used to know? Hey, I'm home. Hey, they're not worried about me. They are all counting on me to succeed. I am the one who made it out, the one who always made the grade. Well, maybe I should have just stayed home. When I was a child, I stayed wide awake, climbed to the highest place on every fire escape. Restless to climb, I got every scholarship, saved every dollar. First to go to college, how do I tell them why I'm coming back home? With my eyes on the horizon, just me and the GWB, asking G, Nina, what'll you be? Straighten the spine, smile to the neighbors. Everything's fine, everything's cool. The standard reply, lots of tests, lots of papers. Smile, wave goodbye, then pray to the sky.